Hello and welcome to my how-to channel. In today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you some stuff you can do with text on After Effects. Some pretty cool techniques which you might not know about, or you want to make things look a bit more presentable when you're doing something. But this is just an idea I've come up with. I've seen it before, I've seen tutorials for it, but I thought I'd do my own tutorial. So let's go to composition, make a new composition, and I'm going to call it work. Sorry about the M25 outside, I live near a motorway unfortunately. 12 seconds is fine, or you can make it longer to whatever you want. All this is to however you usually set it up. This is just my settings for showing tutorials. So anyway, let's get going. Now if you do a new solid and you want to call it background, so you know what it is, and then we're going to go to new text and we're going to type in text. Obviously you can have whatever you want, or you can follow along and copy exactly what I'm doing, and it'll make more sense as you go along. So on here, let me just go to fit, let me get the title area on, and let's fit this into place. Just about in the middle, that's fine, just like that. Right, now I've got the text. What you want to do is click on the text layer, right click, and go to create mask from text. And what that'll do is it will create a mask from the text as stated on there. Now you can leave everything else alone, you don't need to really worry, so you can throw this text underneath so you're not going to get confused, or you could delete it altogether, but we'll use it later on as we go along. So go to your text outlines layer and then call it something. If you don't get confused, then you can call it FX. So let's call it FX, so then you know what it is. Go up to effect, and I've got it already down on the second one because I used it not that long ago. But if you want to go down to generate, scroll down and you'll see stroke. Once you're on stroke, the first here on there, down on original, you want that to be on transparent, and this is the only letter you need to do it on. You won't need to do it for the rest. Now you can go to all masks like so, and then go along like this, but for this tutorial I'm doing it in a different way for a reason, and it'll make more sense as I go along. So anyway, what I'm going to do is obviously take off that again and leave it on the T. I'm going to ramp that down to 0 and then click the end timer, so that sets the keyframe on here. If you press U, you can see the keyframes and they show up quite easily, but I don't need them at the moment. You can press E to collapse it all anyway. Right, so now I want to go to 2 seconds. Each one's going to be 2 seconds long, so it's just to let you know where I'm going with this. Each time I do it, every letter is going to be 2 seconds long. So what I'm going to do now is, to save time later on, is that one's done. So now I need to go to 3 seconds because there's going to be a gap in between each one. So instead of me getting confused, and if you're following along, you can go along with me, I'm going to go to 3 seconds and then I'm going to hit the star button on my keyboard, and that's going to give me the little marker there which I need. It just lets me know where I am then. And then I'm going to go to 6 and then hit the star, and then I'm going to go to 9, not 99, and then hit the star, and that's given me my start points for where I need to go, and we know they're 2 seconds long. So let's go to the 3. Now you're going to go to effects and then go to stroke again. You can hit the shortcut keys, it's up to you, but just go to text, make sure it's on the E. You want the end again on 0 on the start, and then this goes this time on paint the style, it'll be on original image. That's normal, you just leave it like that and that's fine. And then from where we've marked it, you want to go 2 seconds ahead of time, so from 3 would be 5. and then you're going to want to whack that to 100 again. Now that's that one. Now we're going to go to the next one, which would be E, which I've done another marker for there already. And effects, stroke, and this time it's going to be on the X. Hit the stopwatch again. That goes to 0. And then 2 seconds from 6 would be 7,8. Not 8,000. And then that's going to be turned to 100. Now we're going to move it up. You can see now where the markers come in handy. It saves me messing around too much. You're going to go to effects again, stroke, this time to the last T. End is 0, sorry. And then 2 seconds from there, it's 9, 10, 11. And that's going to be whacked up to 100. There, so now you've got our strokes going along, which is just what we needed. So we know that's all working well. Now, this is the effect we're giving. Now, if you go on Google Images, you can download any PNG file. What you've got to do is, whatever you're looking for, put .png at the end of it, and you can download 3 PNG images. You can tell when they're see-through because it does that funny star thing, so you know they're see-through. And that's where I just got this. I just typed in .png pen.png, and this can go straight on top of a layer. Now, on the pen layer, if you hit the A, you'll come up with the anchor. This is your anchor point, this little star. What you want to do is make sure it levels up with the tip of a pen. So I'm going to go across like so, and you can get it spot on, but you know where I'm going with it, so let me go about there. Now I want to do rotation, which is R. I'm going to put a little timer on there because you can mess around with rotation as you're drawing along. You can mess around with it while it's animating like that. So just for now that can go like that, and now P for position and hit the stopwatch on position. Now, good thing is you've marked here, but on the effects you are going to want the same things maybe going above. So if you're on going to PNG, you might want to do the same stars as you go along. It's up to you. I don't know if it'll help you at all. It might not. So anyway, go to the effects and you hit M to show up all the masks. Now with the T on mask path, you're going to want to hit Control, then C at the same time. Control with C, and then it's Control with V. Making sure you're at the beginning, or nearly messed up then. Making sure you're right at the beginning, and then it's Control V. And what that does is prints out the path. So now I know I need to go to the next one, which was up the 3, and make sure it's on 3. And then I want to go to the E, and then the same again, Control plus C. And then on a position, it's Control plus V, and then move along to the next arrow. So we're going to make it here, make sure it's on the 6 seconds, and that one's going to be your X. Control C, scroll up to position, Control and V, and then to the next position, same again, it's going to be scroll down to the last T, Control and C, and then Control and V. Now what have we got so far? Let's have a look what we've done so far. So as far as I'm concerned with the tutorial wise, this is a good way how to get a pen handwriting. So if you're happy with what I've done so far, then you don't need to watch no more. The rest I'm going to do is just added effects on there you could use to make it look really cool. But if you don't mind watching, let's zoom back in there so we know what's going on. Click on the background. Now if you press 0 on your number pad, it's going to do a RAM preview, and you can see there it follows along perfectly. you'll have to excuse RAM time. It takes its time a bit because I'm recording at the same time and I've only got 18 GB of RAM. Right, so that's looking pretty cool. It's looking like you're handwriting it. So I hope that has helped you. I hope you've enjoyed the tutorial. On my next step, you don't have to watch this bit now, but what I'm going to do is add an extra effect on there, so to tell you about the pen tool and so you haven't wasted your time doing all them extra bits. So without me waffling on too much, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to new adjustment layer, and then on here you want to go to your effects and you want to look for channel blur. There's blur up there. All I need is blur and it'll come up with all the blurs. Right, you want to find channel blur, which this will go there, and you want to find your radio fast blur, which should just be near it. There it is. Now what I'm going to do with this is, if you scroll near the end so you can see what the effect's doing, turn this to brightest, make it a little less brighter but enough to make it look like light's going through. Now with this you can mess around to make it whatever colours you would like, so it almost looks like you're going to be cutting into something, so you can have any colour you like. It will end up going to whatever colour. Now what this effect will do, on top of that, sorry, if you move your text layer up as well, above everything else, put the eye on there, and that's going to be white. But what you're going to do is you're going to type in ramp, and it'll show you with that. Put your ramp on that text effect and just turn it to black. Now what this will do is give you a neater cut as you're going along. So again, it's totally up to you. Right, let's have a look at the final render, and as I say, hope you've enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and I'll try and do some more videos, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.